So today is Saturday, August 17th, and it's time for our weekly meeting. The highlights, tell you what went on at our meeting today. I will start off by telling you my sinuses are draining yet again, but I'm fine. I'm not sick or anything. You won't catch anything from me. Today I'm 2.3 pounds for a total loss of 70.9, and I'm at 233.3, and I put wow because I really didn't expect to lose that much, but it's a nice job. And I put a little angel because other than Sunday when I had met some demons on Sunday, I turned it around. I was good on Saturday and I turned it right around on Monday. So my total loss is 70.9, but my best loss overall was 77 pounds even. So that means I am 6.1 pounds away from getting back to where I was, and I have every intention of doing that before my birthday, which is September 7th. So I have to get a crack-a-lackin' if I want to meet that goal. But today we talked about happiness. The quote was, "Happiness is when you think, what you say, and what you do are all in harmony." That's really kind of true. You're not going to wake up every day being happy. That's just not the way the world works. There's always going to be sadness, and you just have to find the joy out there sometimes. Sometimes you have to look a little harder to be happy. You really do. It's not all fun and games with your life. We all have different trials and tribulations through our life, and I mentioned this on my collab video that I did. Anderson Cooper interviewed Stephen Colbert, who's really deep in his Catholicism. I am a Catholic too. I just believe, no matter what faith you are, that as long as you believe in God and realize that He's the one that determines your life, and somewhat, you have to determine your own life. I guess I should make that clearer. He gives you a life, and you have to determine how you want to live that life. And Stephen Colbert had said that a lot of times we think that when we're not happy that God is punishing us, and I don't find that to be true, and neither did he, and I think he really eloquently pointed it out. If you can find that video on YouTube with Anderson, you should really watch it because it was really an interesting interview. But like he pointed out that God gives you the gift of unhappiness too, and it is a gift, because then when you are happy, you appreciate it that much more. If everything's going well in your life and you never have any trials or tribulations, it can get kind of boring. Also, in the way you have to think of it as a gift is it enables you to feel what the other person feels, and so therefore you can be sad and experience it and learn from it, and then when someone else is feeling the same sadness, if you're in a happy mood, you can share with them how you overcame that unhappiness, and you can both become happy at the same time. It's not like a miracle drug, and it doesn't mean that it's going to work every time, but I really do feel that, and I'm very deep in my faith. I make no apologies for it. I do believe that with the good comes the bad, and I think that when you have the bad, then you appreciate the good all the more. How many of us know people that have everything in life? They have all the money in the world. They have the best houses, they have a good job, they have a nice family, but you don't know that they're truly happy. You really don't. They could be having some issues that you're not aware of. We all have issues that we're not aware of, that other people are not aware of, and you just have to learn how to spread happiness around. So we're going to read the book because I think I'm confusing everybody because I'm confusing myself. It says, "Make room for happiness. We're all in the pursuit of happiness, right? It's a basic human drive to seek not only momentary joy and pleasure, but also a longer lasting sense of joy and well-being. But how much is happiness is actually within our control? Sometimes we think that we have no control over our happiness, and we really do. You can wake up in the morning and have a happy mood, and it can be shattered. But if you let that one moment where it was shattered define your whole day, then you're never going to find your happiness again. Like I said, learn from it, move on from it, and don't dwell on it. Maybe live in it for the moment to learn from it, but then move on and try to be happy. And there's nothing worse than telling somebody that has a medical condition where they're depressed. Why are you so unhappy? Why are you, just snap out of it. That's not what I feel that they're talking about in this case. Sometimes people just have medical depression, and with that you need to take medication, and I find no shame in that at all. If I have high blood pressure, I take medication for that. My Jim has cholesterol issues. He takes pills to control his cholesterol. If there's medication that can control your happiness as far as depression goes, then take it. But I don't think that they were talking to people that are medically depressed. I think they're just talking about people that, we all have those people in life, that they're just, no matter what you do, they're not going to be happy. And they're not in a depressive mood. It's just who they are. Try not to dwell on them. Try to find some happiness for them, but like, you have to find your own happiness in life. So then they ask you how much happiness is actually within our control. Quite a bit. Research shows that about 40% of our happiness is determined by what we do, as opposed to our genetics or circumstances. And small behavior changes can make a huge difference. The payoffs are both emotional and physical. And according to science, happier people make healthier choices when it comes to eating. How many of us have been like really unhappy, and then we think, well, you know what? I'm going to have a piece of cake. That's going to make me feel better. I've done it many times in the past. I still do it. I'm learning in the process of doing things. I do better now than I have done in the past. But I'll be honest, sometimes I turn to food, and it gives me that quick momentary satisfaction, and I'm happy for that just one moment when I'm eating that cake. But then afterwards I feel sad that I thought that piece of cake was going to change everything. That's not. Food is never going to make you happy. Food will make you happy in a sense, like if you're at a celebration, at a wedding or something like that, there's always food involved. Food is involved in everything, whether it's a happy or sad occasion. And you just have to learn to find happiness in everything. And I guess I consider myself a happy person. That's not to say that I don't have sad moments, and that's not to say that I feel depressed at times. I'm human. That happens. But I think I have more happiness in my life than sadness in my life. And I'm very fortunate with that right now at this point in my life. And so I find joy in everything today. When I go, in every day actually, when I go for my walk, I just enjoy the fact that I have my eyesight and I can see all the beautiful flowers around me. I can hear, so I can hear the dogs barking at me. I can feel things. I can touch things. It's just, it makes me happy. It just really makes me happy. There are times, things happen in my life that don't make me happy. But you know what? I have more happiness in my life than sadness. And so I think that that's a blessing that I have. Happier people make healthier choices when they have, and they make more, wait a minute, let me start it again. Happier people make healthier choices when it comes to eating, activity, and sleeping. Meanwhile, engaging in healthy behaviors can contribute to our happiness because it's a continuous cycle. If somebody's always doom and gloom, they're going to be doom and gloom, and nothing's going to make them better. If you start off kind of feeling kind of happy, it just kind of grows on other people sometimes, and then you have a whole group of you that they're happy and they're laughing and they're giggling, and you're just having a really good time. That's why you need a happiness plan. And this is what you need to do to make a happiness plan. Have a happy hour. This week, make a plan to prioritize something you enjoy. Choose from one of these categories. Number one is an activity you enjoy doing alone. I like to read. I like to watch my YouTube videos. I like to call people. I know that's not really being alone, but it just is. I like to journal, and those are just different activities that keep me happy. An activity you can enjoy doing with others. I look forward to walking with Sophia in the mornings, and my sister Denise and Kylie, and Piper, as aggravating as she can be sometimes, barking at all the cars that go by. But I really enjoy it. I really look forward to it every morning. An activity you enjoy doing with others, such as going on a hike or going out to eat. Going out to eat, you got me on that one. Once a month, my Jim and I go out with our couple friends. We have the 3 other couples that we go out with, that we go out to dinner once a month. Once a month, my brother Michael, my sister Mary, and Denise, we go out to dinner once a month together. Jim and I go out to eat at least once a month, just the 2 of us. And during the school year, Christy and I make a plan to go once a month out to meal somewhere. I don't do too much with my sons, but I don't know, mother-daughter's connections I think are different than a mother-son. Not that I love my daughters anymore. No, they're went to the store. They'll be back in a couple minutes. Okay. Not that I love my sisters more or my daughter more than my sons, but it's just I just have a closer bond. And I think the boys are closer to Jim than they are to me. That doesn't mean that I love them any less or they love me any less. It's just that's the way of nature. And number 3 is an activity you find meaningful, like volunteering or spending special time with a child. I keep meaning to join the pantry at our church because I really want to give more, and they're always looking for help. So I can fit it into my schedule. It's not like I got that busy of a schedule that I can't. After doing all of these activities, consider how you made you feel. Were you happier? What thoughts and feelings stayed with you afterwards? And then this is the recipe, which I know I'm not going to be trying. It's a ratatouille, goat cheese, and fig pizza. I'll put it at the end of the video so that you can freeze it, see, you know, freeze frame the thing and see if you want to make it. I'll tell you right now, I'm not making it. But you have to remember what happiness is, and think about yourself what happiness means to you. Some of the things they brought up at our meeting that happiness is the baseline of happiness is largely influenced by what we hear and how we think. We have to remember, I always remember that quote, it's not what you say out loud that you hear, it's what you whisper to yourself. And if you whisper to yourself, I'm going to be happy today, I'm going to be happy today, you might hear it a little bit better than if you just say, I'm going to be happy today. Always remember that the way you project your feelings out to other people is how you're going to perceive them yourself. And you have to remember that your moods greatly affect your actions and your decisions. If you're in a crappy mood, you're not going to make smart choices. You're going to be miserable. But if you're in a pretty good mood, you're going to think, you know, today's the day I'm going to be really good with my plan. I'm going to stay within my points. I'm going to journal everything that I want to eat. And I'm not going to fall into the temptations of letting one bad thing that might happen today turn my whole mood around. And you need to feel grateful. Feeling good about yourself gives you balance in your life. And really, it's a choice. You can wake up in the morning and decide that today's the day I'm going to try to be happy. Doesn't necessarily mean you're going to succeed, but you can at least try. It's better than waking up and thinking, you know, I'm not going to be happy. Nobody wakes up in the morning and said, you know what, today I want to be really miserable. I want to have the worst day ever. I want everything to go wrong. I just don't want anything to work out for me. No, nobody wakes up that morning and says that. Most people wake up in the morning and think, this is going to be a really good day. I'm really looking forward to this day. I can't wait. Such and such is going to happen. I'm going to see so-and-so. This is going to be a really good day for me. Those people are going to have a better day because they're going to be able to overcome somebody cutting you off in traffic, someone taking your parking spot, someone flipping you off when you're driving. You can move on from that. But if you start off with a negative attitude, you're going to keep that attitude all day. And happier people are healthier people. And I've said this all along. I don't want to wait until I've reached my goal to be happy. I like to enjoy every little accomplishment I'm earning along the way. I really think that the reason I stayed heavy for so long is I never let my weight affect my happiness. And now that I'm getting thinner, losing weight, and being able to do a lot more, I realize how much in life I was missing, but I realize how much more I would have been missing if I would have waited until I reached my goal. I've missed some things, but not as much as I would have if I wouldn't have tried. I'm going to have way more things in my life now that I'm losing weight, getting thinner, and I'm going to be around a lot longer. And that's my goal, to be happy and be here forever and just annoy the crap out of everybody, because that's what I like to do. So let me know what you do to keep yourself happy. Mine is my family. I would be lost, I'd be devastated without my family. My family means everything to me. My family is my happiness. My family is my happy place. And when they come to visit, and like when my sons come, they just bring a joy to me, because I know that it's hard for them to visit their mother. Not to visit their father, but to visit their mother. And it's not that they don't love me, it's just that it's just a different dynamic. I talk to Christy every day on the phone, every day, more than once. And I talk to Denise, I talk to Mary, I talk to my brother Michael sometimes, but it's just, they bring me happiness, they bring me joy. I would be lost without my family. The greatest punishment God could ever to give me would be to take my family away. But if he took my family away, I would have to learn from that and know that he did it for a reason. And I don't think that he's got a reason to do it, because he's been very good to me so far in my life, and I plan on staying in his good graces and staying happy, because that's my goal, just to be happy. And I consider myself a happy person. Hopefully my happiness is rubbing off on you. So today, try to do one good thing for somebody. Try to think of one thing you can do for somebody that'll make them happy. I don't know what it can be, but think about it and try to do it. Reach out to someone and make them happy, whether it's a friend, a family member, or just a complete stranger. Just a simple hello sometimes might make somebody happy for the day, just to think that somebody acknowledged them. There's a lot of things we can do to make other people happy, or to make them as happy as we are. So if you're new to my channel, please subscribe, leave a comment. If you think someone might be interested in this video, please share it and hit that like button. So I will see you on my daily vlog, and so until next week, let's just stay happy. Don't worry, be happy. Hakuna, what is that? Hakuna Matata. I don't know how to say that. But from the Lion King. Whatever it is, just be happy.